All right, fellas. It was sadly just at the end of last week when we received this unprompted. You had asked, opined, and questioned aloud over the show, Dean. Where is Aussie Brad? The answer, in the man cave. Here's Aussie Brad.
Boom, boom, Pinder, fucking retro. Get that fucking nephew down here. I'll put the cunt to work. We'll make sure we're fucking getting him the full experience down here in fucking Australia. Working your little candy ass off, getting after it at night, drinking piss with the boys. How fucking good. Now listen here. Mika Kuprasa fucking gun. The best fucking bloke you could ever see. Now, I saw him out one night, fucking 16th, 14th Ave, whatever the fuck it was, Melrose. He was fucking slaughtered. Crunching nails, on the walker, loving life. Good on you, Kipper. Fuck, I might even come back over there for that fucking night. It'll be a fucking beauty. Other than that, cunts, you gotta get down here. The man cave's fucking up and about. The bar's ready for you blokes. The fucking signs are on. You fucking keep a bunch in the boom.
Look at this.
I don't know. Eh? I don't know that I've ever enjoyed anyone without having met them. Like it's like Chris Farley, Jim Carrey levels. Like it's like this guy's the best.
Proud of a stranger.
Was he calling smokes like punching nails or something? What was that? That's unbelievable.
For those now, is there any perspective if people weren't on board at the very start of this show? Aussie Brad is he was a guy that's followed the show and then he sent in a video and now he's part of the show.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like anytime we get Big Flames news, and that was Mika's number being retired is what prompted him there, because we had that news 2 weeks ago, and Aussie Brad never fails. I almost don't want to meet him. Just how could he live up to such a high bar? Yeah. But then maybe he's even better in person. I don't know.
No,
but he's saying your nephew's going over.
Sending him over.
Yeah. Don't meet your heroes. Bullshit. I'll meet that guy. Well, yeah, didn't it start right off the start because you were firing out C-bombs when we started this thing?
Yes,
I was like,
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Do you know had the swearing because we can segment, which lasted only a few weeks? I dropped a C-bomb, a C-sharp. And Boom was like, you can't say that. I said, well, come on now. Some countries, this is very, very normal language, and other ones are much stronger. And you're like, that is nonsense. And to my defense, Aussie Brad stepped up and brought us that first C-bomb-laden rant.
It doesn't seem like a major issue in Australia.
Yeah, when he does it, it just feels, okay, well, it's Aussie Brad. When you did it, it was, red flags.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Aussie Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
God love him.
You still got the logo for him at the beginning too? Nice work, RJ.
I like it, yeah.
We're good. Okay, well, that's our Flames content. Aussie Brad for the last 2 weeks. That's all that's happened in Flamesland. We'll move to some other local sports. Man, the Stamps have been having a tough go this year, fellas. 2-5. I am not an analyst of the CFL. No one can answer this question. What are the Stamps good at?
Dave, call us.
Dave, call us.
We'll get you sorted.
And
just call us. We'll walk through it. Remember a couple years ago, I had to help him out.
You did,
right?
Mm-hmm. He's down in the dumps.
Yeah.
We'll have to find one of their 4 bye weeks and get him on. Because right about now, he'd be practice, right? It's very busy time. It's not the best timing for him.
Well, they got Toronto on Friday, and Toronto's been real good. Shout out Corey Mace, friend of the show. But yeah, like they're it's not like things are getting easier here. Like you got maybe the best team in the league coming in on Friday. You have one? You haven't won at home yet this year? Is that right?
Well, the thing is, I don't think that Dave's taking it lightly.
No.
I got a feeling that Dave's putting in full effort.
If there's a guy that'll take it too hardly, it might be Dave.
Do you think he's on the hot seat? Is it possible he's on the hot seat?
Great dude.
I don't know who's going to come into that seat and be better than him. Quarterback, what do you make? I know it was a big decision. We sat down with Bo Levi moments before his rights were traded to Hamilton last year. Maybe it was day of, like in the fall, right when we launched this show. And it was like, okay, Jake Maritime, what do we know about this guy? Here's Danny Austin live from the 55. The numbers have not been sparkling. That touchdown to int ratio, no good, Dino.
24 of 44, 256 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think there is more going on with this team than Jake Mayer's performance. Jake Mayer himself said after the game against Ottawa, there are too many turnovers, too many interceptions.
And turnovers was the exact thing that got him this one, and not being able to punch the ball in the end zone. It was a pick six the other way. How many times are you going to win games when you're giving up pick sixes? You can't give up pick sixes. It's just, and especially early. And it was the whole difference of the entire game was they were always, Montreal Alouettes were always up a touchdown because of the pick six. So that bagel in the touchdown column and the 2 in the interception column, that's the entire story right there.
How about that? Our boy Busby.
Ian Busby, long
City
time,
TV
yeah.
dweller.
Long time Stamps beat reporter for the Calgary Sun, Danny Austin, doing it for the Sun and the Herald. If you haven't seen, that's one of the shows on the network, live from the 55. Danny does an awesome job with it. So the thing I like about it, when you're in the newspaper, you got to kind of, can't be too opinionated. Got to have a little bit of opinion here and there. Not on live in the 55. They let her buck.
Those two guys know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever caught it because we always did it in the 9 o'clock hour. For those not with us at the old job, the three of us
mail it in
for 3 hours. 9 o'clock hour, I would load up with other guests, other things. Grey Cup week, we would always call Busby and wake him up extremely hungover from Grey Cup week partying. And he's there every single year. And some years he would pick up, some years he wouldn't. Phenomenal stuff, like still cut at 7 a.m. on the one of my favorite, proudest broadcasting moments, getting him on from the Grey Cup every week. Yeah. What Busby?
Buzzy. Attaboy.
Buzzy. Stamps, as we told you, 2-5, host Toronto on Friday. That's not a team you want to see right now. They've been thumping opponents. Calgary FC, meanwhile, they've had a tough time in Ottawa. They dropped another one against Atletico, 1-0. But the good news is it was a really solid run before that loss. They were top of the table before that, now dropped into a crowded table. Look at this. You got 6 teams separated by 6 points. Are you kidding me? Pacific, Forge, Cavalry, Wanderers, Atletico, and I think that's Valor down there. I'm not really sure. It's York.
They're right there, though, eh?
They're right there. And here's the thing. They're playing Forge on Friday night, 7 o'clock, who's sitting second. Winner of that game, I mean, probably a great shot at being in first place at the end of the week. Love to see that. And it's competitive at the top. Tommy's feeling good about the club.
Was that were you throwing to a clip or was?
No. Sorry.
Okay. It sounded like you were thrown to a clip there. I didn't want to flap my gums.
Yeah.
I don't think they're using enough headers. Got to doing more headers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set pieces.
Too much with the feet. Start using their heads a little bit more. Top of the table.
All right.
Instant analysis.
See what happens. And figure this one out. Friday is family day game, but also date night. So careful who you're flirting with in the beer line.
You're going to realize that I don't want any of these effing kids.
Free birth control. Look at all the kids. Don't want that. But also careful who you're flirting with online. Check that ring finger.
It's true.
Yeah. Careful.
So you need a ticket for your chick and your chick.
Oh, dear.
Also,
bad idea.
We ran ticket contests last week. Proud to announce winners of our 2 pairs of tickets. Ryan McKenna and T. Shaber. We're going to the Calvary game on Friday, courtesy of the Cavs, and the contest we ran on Flames Nation social media. So get all fired up. Let's see if I can get
congrats, T.
Surge finishing the season strong. Remember, hot out of the gate, then cooled off in the middle. Finished strong. The Calgary Surge are your Western champs of the regular season, and they will host a playoff game this Sunday. They will face the winner of Edmonton and Winnipeg. We don't know who that is yet. Either way, should be rocking at WinSports Sunday at 7, Rhett. 7 p.m.
Let's do it.
Longer days. Only a couple hours, Dean.
Road open all the way up there, or do I have to go Surge?
No, you're good.
Still?
You're definitely. Oh, the ring road's not done yet.
No, you got to turkey trail it a little bit though.
Next season, Rhett. They'll be ready for you next season.
Sarcy, you'll love Sarcy.
Hate Sarcy.
You don't like Sarcy?
That bow trail right there, backs up there.
Yeah, it does back up there.
Why didn't they build an overpass? Idiots.
So who's going? Who's in town? Who's going? You're not in town, Pinder. You're off.
I'm not in town Sunday. Yeah. Well, playoff games. Go get it. Go get it, fellas. If you're going to go to a game, the atmosphere's not going to be better than that one. I'll tell you that right now if you haven't been.
Give me tickets.
I'm mildly intrigued.
Really?
You should go, Dean.
Dino, if you're in town, I will get you tickets.
What? I just asked for
I'm
tickets.
in town.
And you said maybe.
Well, because he's been blowing me off all year on this. This is not my thing. I don't understand. Beginning of the year. Now he's finally issued out his playoffs.
Don't you? The ring road. It's the ring road. No, I'm the only one that hasn't been. I saw sell out fat crowds all the time. I'm the only one that hasn't gone. So it's not. It's definitely not the product. It's me.
That's true. To baseball, today's a big day, fellas. Trade deadline day, and for the Toronto Blue Jays, things just got a little more complicated. Did you see this last night? I don't know, maybe their most important human that's employed by the entire organization?
That's a fair ball.
No problem here, right? Just a single.
Good hit. Santander, Bichette, big turn, and he's pulled up. And something has happened to Bo Bichette between first and second as he is tagged out to end the inning. And this place has gone as silent as it can go.
That's an oof, and that's enough of that, Jerry. There, Jack.
Oddly enough, I hurt my right leg yesterday.
Is that going to affect the Jays' trade deadline efforts today or no?
Well, something to consider.
What happened? Were you pulling up around
I
first?
was also, I swam across the lake,
Ooh.
and then I ran up the hill 5 times, and then I swam back. So I don't know if it was the running or the swimming or the, I don't know.
Some sort of Hawaiian tropic events over there? Who are you impressing?
Fitness freak.
I had a nearly identical situation. This was years ago. I mean, I'm an old goat now. This was years ago. Slow pitch, round and first, and then you throw the brakes on, right? You're not going to.
Yep.
And it felt like 2 strips of fire zzz, zzz, from the knee to the hip on both quads. Just zzz, It was a son of a bitch. I won't lie to you.
How long did that take? Were you ready for the playoffs? Because the Jays need some good news here.
I haven't played since. That was about 95.
Oh, poor Bo, left $400 million on the table.
Shitty news. Sorry, Bo. Yeah.
Here's how the fan base is reacting. Appropriately, measured, justly. Maybe kill the volume on this, but
that's right.
I love this.
We don't condone this behavior.
No.
No, don't do that.
This is such a good.
It's a good one.
I love that. Yeah. And it is trade deadline day. I believe 4 Mountain, 6 Eastern is the get your business done. And there's not that weird August.
I was going to ask.
Is the non-waiver deadline. They got rid of that a couple of years ago, so this is the firm one.
Make up another one.
No, you had the revocable waivers, and that was always like a backdoor trade deadline for teams that were good, but that's gone. This is it. That's all. And it sounds like the Jays are sniffing around second baseman, DeYoung in St. Louis, Anderson for the White Sox. I don't love them sniffing around middle infielders, but they probably could use a little insurance. You don't know what the timeline is for Bo.
You don't know till you know. Cool. What's that song?
And what's that's right. You don't know till you hold him. What's the Romano situation?
He's on the DL with his back locked up again. It was the All-Star game when that first happened. He came back, was just okay, not dominant, and then it's happened again. So they went out and got Jordan Hicks. He's the closer for the Cardinals, who's thrown more fastballs over 100 than anyone in baseball the last 3 years. So they addressed that, but we'll see what they need to address with Bichette. And it's weird. This is a team that's second in pitching data and not great at hitting. We've watched this club for the last 4 or 5 years hit the cover off the ball. Where's the pitching? It's been backwards this year. They really haven't got that dynamic in offense.
Swing the bat, boys. Come on.
Get Vladdy going. Springer's ice cold.
Hey, sports. You just can't sports, eh? You can't figure it out.
Yeah. Wild stuff.
Crazy.
Verlander might be moving as well. He just signed that big deal with the Mets. Teoscar Hernandez is getting a lot of attention. Not a lot of bats out there. If you're looking for bats, it might be pricey. Or Teoscar Hernandez, as our favorite broadcaster calls him.
That's right.
Very good. We'll move along to the nonsense category. It's been a week. We got a couple choice items. Now you have a cousin, Steve, Rhett, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go check in with Steve. You guys played another prank on him. This guy, oh boy, you're always pranking him. Not very nice.
Here we go. Steve's making $6 right here. He's got to clear that sign. Clear that sign.
Touch it, brother, you ain't getting 5.
Here we go.
There ain't no ifs, ands, buts,
$6.
$6, Steve.
Here we go.
Oh. I was worried about it.
So Steve tried to leapfrog.
Flip-flops is what it was.
You can't be wearing flip-flops trying to jump over that
I
sign.
told him to take the flips off.
Oh, boy.
You know what? It was
right
more
in the danger
timing,
zone.
right? Because I think he had
That
the
too.
elevation.
That's why I think it's
He's-
flip-flops, Steve.
Steve's an idiot.
He is.
That's
Yeah, he's look how early he's leaving his feet here.
Too soon.
it's not long jump, Steve. It's high jump.
On second thought, maybe he didn't have the elevation.
There was a narrow little window there,
Yeah.
and he landed on the bridge there. That didn't look comfy. $6 though.
The flip-flops with the jeans and the dress shirt.
That's a look.
Yep.
That's a guy on a golf trip.
was gonna say that's not how they line up for the 100-meter finals, is it? With the jeans and the
No.
button shirt with
How many
flip-flops?
how many deep do you think Steve was right there?
All
You know,
day.
Oh,
six.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's a full shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, $6 Steve is at least that many into the Coronas.
T's and P's.
Finally, yeah, T's and P's. This fellas, no, I don't want your toe to see this, Dino, but we've been talking, flirting, Bologna Fest maybe one day. Live our dreams out. Someone is beating us to it. Watch this. Watch this.
Bologna burnt ends. Got myself a whole bologna chub. Gonna slice it into steaks and then cut these guys into cubes. I'm gonna lather them with yellow mustard seasoning with my Tennessee smoked seasoning from Spiceology. And then we're gonna place it on the smoker at 250 to cook for about an hour to an hour and a half until it develops a beautiful outside color. Once it's looking good, pull it off and keep it warm. We're gonna start working on that honey gold barbecue sauce, adding some yellow mustard, honey, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne, and salt. Let that simmer, and then once it's thickened, we're gonna pull it off, keep it warm, and serve up the smoked bologna burnt ends, topping
pour it
with
on
that
top.
barbecue sauce. So freaking delicious. You can find this whole recipe.
Oh, look at that, boys! Bologna, smoked bologna burnt ends.
Done.
I didn't know that was a thing. Makes it look easy when they do all that in 30 seconds. You're like, wow, I could whip that up real quick,
No problem.
all day.
Yeah.
I feel like bologna you could do.
That's
quick.
true.
It's-
That's true.
It is just.
The sauce was impressive work too.
I
Just
like
bang,
the
bang, bang,
sauce.
done. Like, wow, that looked easy.
Is it too
Dino, I'm
thick?
sorry. It's bad time for your toe.
I didn't know what he was going to do. I think those are big
Yeah.
chunks. I would have.
Those
I
those
would've
feel
sauce.
like.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just two
I'm not
biters.
gonna. I can't judge. You need to taste it. But if anything, I wonder if that's just a little bit beyond bite size. If it's just a little too big in the slicing department.
Yeah, that's not a one biter, I don't think, right? That's the problem. You could go smaller and cook it shorter amount of time too. That might a little more work at the beginning, but pays off.
Man, that was a good looking
bologna
chub
cooked.
though at the start, eh? Nice chub.
Well, and that color he's talking about, he smoked those perfectly. That's
Bologna.
it. Bologna Fest. Their pin report for Village Honda.
Well, it's good you left that for the end because there's no beating that. You
That's
can't
what I'm saying,
beat bologna.
Well, $6
Don't beat
Steve, nut job, they're ready to the bologna. So go on top.
Pinder, I know you
Steve's
trying.
got bologna.
Yeah. Village Honda has a huge selection of used vehicles, all makes, all models, all budgets, with over 70 units on site and access to over 400 more in their dealer group. Make Village Honda your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. They are definitely worth the trip. Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall. Village Honda. Good folks up there. Good folks up there.